No dumb questions.
Welcome to another episode of No Dumb Questions, where the only dumb question is the one that isn't asked. From time to time, here at New England Wire, we get asked about low noise cables. What are low noise cables? Basically, these cables are designed so that triboelectric noise is minimized. So let's quickly talk about what triboelectric noise is, how we can mitigate it when it comes to cables, and how we test for it. So triboelectric noise is a result of dissimilar materials rubbing against each other, and then there is a transfer of electrical charges. So as an example, you may have rubbed a balloon against your hair and then stuck it to the wall. Why does this happen? Well, here you have an example of two different types of materials. You have your hair and the balloon, which is typically made of rubber. When you rub them together, you get a transfer of charges, so that the balloon now becomes negatively charged and is attracted to the wall, which is positively charged. This transfer of charges also happens in cables. Cables are made of different materials. You have conductors, you have insulations, you have tapes, you have fillers. So when cables are flexed or banged around, there's always a possibility of triboelectric noise. Why is this important to negate triboelectric noise? Because oftentimes this has an effect on signal integrity. You can just imagine a medical cable. You're trying to view, for example, internal organs or a baby moving. By flexing the cable and creating triboelectric noise, this can affect your video. Or for example, musical instruments. They're typically connected from, let's say, a guitar to a speaker via a cable and an amplifier. Well, by shaking the cable, it can affect the clarity of the music. Or sensor cables, for example, crash test dummies. You want the signals that hits those sensors as accurate as possible. This is why triboelectric noise, or minimizing it, is important for cables. So how do we mitigate or reduce triboelectric noise in cables? There are two basic ways. One is the selection of materials. We try to select materials where that transfer of electric charge doesn't happen as easily. The second way is by manufacture techniques. By making sure that the components within the cables don't move, we can try to reduce the effects of triboelectric noise. So how do we test for low noise here at New England Wire? Well, we use standard ANSI AAMI EC53, which has a test method in there that allows for testing for triboelectric noise. Basically, we take a section of cable that is suspended by two posts. In the middle of that, you have a weight. One end is connected to an oscilloscope. So you drop the weight, that creates a shock, which creates some noise, which is recorded on the oscilloscope. And that's basically what we get for results for triboelectric noise. So we've talked about what triboelectric noise is, how to reduce its effects in the cable, and how to test it. Hopefully this information has been helpful. Please continue to send us any additional questions, and here at New England Wire, we'll be happy to help you.